Hey everyone, it's Ray1940 here. Today we're taking a look at Armor Reforger, and we are continuing our campaign for the Freedom Fighters. And this is basically the start of the game. We were tasked to collect 6 dog tags from enemy soldiers. We did that, and we've been giving additional tasking now to set a FOB, so we have a place to spawn in and start our military campaign against the occupiers. So the way that you can figure out where you can place it is you want to hit FOB placement. And essentially you're going to have all these rings around things you can't build a FOB within. So we're up here because there's a town here. We can't build too close because there's a military base here. We can't build unless we're kind of around here. And so maybe, trying to think, we kind of want to be around a resource because that's how you can get supplies and stuff for your cause. That supplies are what keep the FOB open for spawning and gives you equipment. You need supplies basically to keep the war going, and the only way you get that is from the factory, so you need to be able to capture one. I think the best spot is probably going to be around, I like this spot actually over here. There's a little tiny I don't know if they're like a farmhouse, but there's a turnout here, which is great to build buildings around, which is nice. You're close to that resource, and you're not too far off. If you hit the main road, you're not too far from that resource. So you basically get on this road, and then you're there. So yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll pick this up when I get to the position, because we already have all the stuff we need. All right, we got to be very careful, because down the road there is a truck filled with soldiers, and I'm in a military uniform, so as you can see in that top right icon, if they see me, they're going to want to kill me. So I want to make sure they get down the road out of the way. But while we're here, this base is still, or this little checkpoint is still empty from us killing everybody beforehand. So we might be able to just pack this car with some kit, maybe some ammo or whatever. And the fastest way you do that is if you're in the trunk of your vehicle, you can just drop off weapons. So we'll drop this gun off, drop that one off. We'll carry this just in case somebody comes up to us. Drop these things off into the car. I think that's probably good enough. Don't need the flashlight for now. Drop the sidearm. Periodically you gotta check though, because you don't want to empty everything out while the enemy is coming at you. And then, you know what, we can just kind of be really risky here. I think we'll dump this in the car, dump the helmet. We don't need that. Dump that. I think now we should look like a civilian. Yeah, perfect. Okay, the AI is really bad at driving, so we got to get out of the way here because they're a bunch of dummies. Okay, this is good. So we look like a civilian. We're not wanted, even though we're absolutely riddled in blood. Oh, this is a good weapon. Just the main danger of this is we're on like the main road, so if they see us, we're pretty hosed. Grab a bunch of this stuff. Grab some ammo, some grenades. Okay, can I take the other rifle? Yes, I can. Can I take that? Take that. Okay, that's good enough for me, I think. We gotta... Why? What is he? Alright, wrong seat, move over. Okay, we're gonna go out and drive again to our FOB, so we'll pick up the video then. Well, that was exciting. My car like glitched or something and it hit the side of this berm, but the throttle was on, and even though the car was flipped on its side, I had to get out of the car and hit the F button to push it over. And when I did that, the car continued to drive the danger is there were some enemy soldiers that bailed out of a Humvee to come try and chase me as I drove past. And having to deal with this, I was very worried that they were going to come find me and shoot me. So let's just jump this berm. There we go. Yeah, I kind of glitched on the side and was cartwheeled over. But we're really close to the position to set up our FOB. That is kind of the main road. Someone's looking at us. This must be those soldiers that were probably running up the hill to chase me. I think we got out of there in the nick of time. Sometimes soldiers can come down the road right there. If we're unlucky, we'll come across one right around this bend and they will light us up. But if not, then we're home free because we can just turn right here. And it's just a little further, a little bit beyond this bridge here, and then there'll be a turnout to the right, and that's where we want to set up. And this is the perfect spot. The enemy doesn't come down this way. It's quick to get on the main roads if you want to steal a car from the civilians or ambush the Humvees and supply trucks that occasionally come down the roads there. Great spot. Okay, here we are. So we're going to set up our FOB. So this is that turnout I really like. So to do so, we need to equip our... Oh, we already got that equipped to 0, so we can hit 0. And then if we hit J, we can go to the construction menu, there you go, and then establish a FOB. So it kind of puts stuff out of the way, so that way we have most space for like maneuvering vehicles around. And there we go, FOB Alpha has been established. So that means we get this icon here. If we have supplies, right now we don't have supplies. You can see that 0 out of 0 there for fuel and supplies. Then you'll be able to spawn in, because it takes, I think, 1 supply to spawn in. Actually, let me check that really quick. I think I have the ability to check that. Let's look for the respawn. There we go. Oh yeah, so you can't take it down to 0. It's got to be at least 1 supply. I think default is like 10 supply. So that'll be our next thing. We're going to go try and find some supplies. Actually, let's see what else we can build. I think we can't build anything else, but I'm not sure if that changed. Okay, some things you can buy for cash. Oh, all the things you can buy for cash now. No, that's not true. These are cash. These are supplies. Okay, I was like, what? Oh yeah, this one's always free for the first time. This is the this is where you would actually put your supplies. So we can actually, you know what works out really well is when they're on this side. Alright, so we can put supplies there. We'll have to go seek them out, so I'm going to go watch the roads and we'll pick this up if I find some supplies that we can steal. Alright, we have a Jeep coming. I saw them down the road there. Alright, so we got to make sure that they're all dead, obviously, because they will try to revive themselves. I think that guy is finally dead. Yep, alright. Someone else, I think, sees us, so one of them must be wounded, so we'll have to be very careful. Yeah, you see that eye with the exclamation point? That means someone's watching us. Yep, this guy. There we go. If you can collect the dog tag, they're dead. So that's good. Let's see what we got for the loot. Oh, you know what? Let's take the vest. That's good for us. Take some grenades. Take more magazines. Oh, we can't take any more magazines. Okay. See if we can take some medical supplies. Yeah, that's good. Alright, and then we want to see if we can Get in as driver. See what the supply-ish are in here. Okay, so there's 40 supplies in the vehicle, so we got lucky there. That's good. So that's enough for 40 spawns at our new farm. So people playing can log in and they could spawn from it. They don't have to spawn in as a civilian out in town. And this is obviously just a fairly small amount of supplies. If you're watching the roads, sometimes you'll get really lucky and you'll find an army truck that's like loaded with 1,000 or 1,500 supplies. Sometimes the Humvees will have like a couple hundred in them. But we'll show you where you got to take these supplies in case you're doing it yourself and you wonder what you've got to do to get it into our supply system. So we got them in the vehicle here. We're going to drive right up to that tent that we had set up earlier, the supply tent. And it's super simple. Freedom Fighters mod made it really fun and easy to deal with all this stuff. Okay, so you just kind of park near it, and this is why I like this turnout spot for this. Okay, and then we can just go to open. So we're going to basically drag our Jeep to the supply point. Tells you how much you want to transfer, hit OK. And sometimes it takes twice, I've noticed that, so we'll do it again. There you go, so it worked. So 40 out of 700. So what happens if we reach 700 supplies? Then if you bring supplies here, you're not going to be able to put it in there. So what you have to do is get a shovel and then use your J menu to access the build menu, and then you can build another one of these like right next to it and then add more supplies. It's always good to stockpile the supplies because you never know when there's going to be a brush of people logging in. They all want to play together and they constantly die because maybe there's a big battle going on. You don't want to have to run out of supplies right in the middle of that. So I think that's it. This is just a quick look at how that supply mechanism works and how you get supplies. The other normal way of getting it is when you're further along in the game and you actually have one of these resources, they will produce, I think, 100 supplies per hour. That's what it says right there. So 100 supplies per hour between 8 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They'll spawn into a certain location, and then you just pick it up with a truck and you drive it all the way back to your base, and then you do the same thing. You drive the supplies to this spot and turn the supplies over, and then it's good to go. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get to them as soon as possible. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!